tell me true. Would you find this at the zoo? Did you find an elephant at the zoo? Definitely. If you're lucky, you will see an elephant in a great big space having fun. All right, I got one more in here. You ready? Tell me true. Would you find this at the zoo? I like this one. An alligator? He says, yes. Nice. Jump, 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 jump. I like this alligator. He's got a big chompy mouth. This is Willie the gorilla. As you can see, Willie is a gorilla. Yeah, he is. Willie would like to be something else. Look at all these choices he might be. Maybe a lion. If Willie strides outside and roars with pride, will Willie be a lion? Will he? Let's see if he can do it. There he is. Yeah, no, still a gorilla. And that part you can say with me. No, still a gorilla, not a lion. What about a walrus? If Willie's teeth grow wrong, a foot too long, will Willie be a walrus? Will he? Let's see how he does this one. I don't think so. I don't think that worked. So we say, no, still a gorilla. That is a smart use of bananas, my friends. How about a billy goat? If Willie chews on crates and headbutts gates, will Willie be a billy goat? Will he? Oh, I don't know. Okay, they cronked heads together there. No, still a gorilla, and oh, with a headache. Goats like to bang their heads together. Perhaps an alligator. He better be careful with some of these. If Willie creeps and chomps in slimy swamps, will Willie be an alligator? Will he? Oh dear. No, still a gorilla, a freaked out gorilla. That's not working at all. Maybe a kangaroo. Oh yeah. If Willie thumps and jumps over plum tree stumps, will Willie be a kangaroo? Will he? I don't know. He's a pretty good jumper. Oh, until he crashes to the ground. Yeah, no, still a gorilla without another headache. Poor Willie. Well, how about this? What if Willie roars and grows and chews and butts and creeps and chomps and thumps and jumps? He does it all. He does it all at the same time. Will Willie be silly? I'm thinking yes. That would be quite a wild thing to do. Yes, Willie will be silly. Very silly and still a gorilla.
One little sloth hanging in the tree, hanging in the tree, hanging in the tree. One little sloth hanging in the tree. Snooze, 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 snooze. Okay, we're going to add another sloth. Now we've got 1, 2. 2 little sloths hanging in the tree, hanging in the tree, hanging in the tree. 2 little sloths hanging in the tree. Snooze, 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 snooze. Oh my gosh, I don't know if all these sloths are going to fit. I'm going to scoot these over. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Now we've got 1, 2, 3. 3 little sloths hanging in the tree, hanging in the tree, hanging in the tree. 3 little sloths hanging in the tree. Snooze, 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 snooze. All right, now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little sloths hanging in the tree, hanging in the tree, hanging in the tree. 4 little sloths hanging in the tree. Snooze, 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 snooze. I gotta move over. I don't know if there's room for me and these sloths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 little sloths hanging in the tree, hanging in the tree, hanging in the tree. 5 little sloths hanging in the tree. Snooze, 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 snooze. On a shiny green leaf sat a small green chameleon. It moved onto a brown tree and turned brownish. Then it rested on a red flower and turned reddish. When the chameleon moved slowly across the yellow sand, it turned yellowish. You could hardly see it. How interesting to be able to change colors. When the chameleon was warm and had something to eat, it turned sparkling green. But when it was cold and hungry, it turned gray and dull. When the chameleon was hungry, it sat still and waited. Only its eyes moved up, down, sideways, until it spotted a fly. Then the chameleon's long and sticky tongue shot out and it caught the fly. That was its life. It was not very exciting, but one day, a chameleon saw a zoo. It had never seen so many beautiful animals. There's librarian Sharon's favorite, giraffe. That's a good one. The chameleon thought, how small I am, how slow, how weak. I wish I could be big and white like a polar bear. And the chameleon's wish came true. But was it happy? No. I wish I could be handsome, like a flamingo. Oh my goodness. I wish I could be smart like a fox. Look at all these weird body parts that the chameleon's getting. Those don't belong on chameleon's body. I wish I could swim like a fish. I wish I could run like a deer. Chameleon's face looks like chameleon's getting a little confused. I wish I could see things far away like a giraffe. I wish I could see things far away like a giraffe, but not if it meant having a giraffe neck. I wish I could hide in a shell like a turtle. Oh my goodness gracious. I wish I could be strong like an elephant. I wish I could be funny like a seal. I wish I could be like people. I don't really understand this page except that maybe people get to dress up, which other animals don't get to do, because now the chameleon's holding an umbrella and wearing a hat. So maybe that's the thing that humans can do that animals can't do, is dress up. Just then, a fly flew by. The chameleon was very hungry, but the chameleon was very mixed up. It was a little of this and it was a little of that, and it couldn't catch the fly. I wish I could be myself. The chameleon's wish came true, and it caught the fly. The end.
I wrote to the zoo to send me a pet, and they sent me an elephant. Oh. Yeah, he was too big. So I sent him back. So they sent me you can kind of see what that one's going to be. Oh, a giraffe. Yeah, he was too tall. So I sent him back. I would have kept the giraffe. That one's for me. So they sent me, who might that be? It says danger. A lion. Oh dear. Yeah, he was too fierce. So I sent him back. Yeah, that would be a bit much in anybody's house. So they sent me, I think that is, they sent me, it says handle with care. Yeah, they sent me a camel. He was too grumpy. So I sent him back. You know, camels can be really grumpy. They can super spit too. It's awesome. So they sent me, who might that be hiding in there? They sent me a snake. He was too scary. So I sent him back. A lot of people have, people have snakes as pets. So they sent me, who might that be? Oh boy. It says from the zoo. They sent me a monkey. He was too naughty. So I sent him back. Definitely naughty monkeys. So they sent me, who could be that in there? It says from the zoo. It looks like there's little holes in that box. They sent me they sent me a frog. He was too jumpy. So I sent him back. Well, that's what frogs do, right? They jump. So they thought very hard and they sent me, who could that be? A puppy. And he was perfect. And I kept him. Puppy. I would too.
5 colorful speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 4 colorful speckled frogs. It's a little bit of a, tongue twister. 4 colorful speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 3 colorful speckled frogs. 3 colorful speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 2 colorful speckled frogs. Two colorful speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there is one colorful speckled frog. One colorful speckled frog sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. She jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are no colorful speckled frogs. Amos McGee was an early riser. Every morning when the alarm clock clanged, he swung his legs out of bed and swapped his pajamas for a fresh, pressed uniform. He would say to his watch, he would wind his watch and set a pot of water to boil, saying to the sugar bowl, "A spoonful for my oatmeal, please, and 2 for my teacup." Belly full and ready for the workday, he'd amble out the door. Every day, Amos waited for the number 5 bus. "Next stop, City Zoo," the bus driver would call. 6 a.m., right on time, he'd reply. "That is an early day. That is earlier than I got up today." Amos had a lot to do at the zoo, but he always made time to visit his good friends, this is City Zoo. He would play chess with the elephant, who thought and fought before making a move, run races with the tortoise, who never ever lost, sit quietly with the penguin, who was very shy, lend a handkerchief to the rhinoceros, who always had a runny nose, and at sunset read stories to the owl, who was afraid of the dark. One day, Amos awoke with the sniffles, the sneezes, and the chills. He swung his achy legs out of bed, curled them back in, and said, "Ugh, I don't think I'll be going to work today." Meanwhile, at the zoo, the animals waited for their friend. The elephant arranged his pawns and polished his castles. The tortoise stretched his legs and limbered up. The penguin sat quietly all by himself. The rhinoceros worried that his allergies were worsening. The owl perched atop a tall stack of storybooks, scratching his head with concern. "Where's Amos?" the animals wondered. Later that day, the animals are leaving the zoo. And it's about to get even weirder. Animals don't leave the zoo normally, but here it's about to get even weirder. Are you ready? They are waiting for the bus. There they all are on the bus. Do you think an elephant and a rhinoceros would really fit on a bus? I don't think so. I don't think they would fit through the door. But in this book, they did. Hooray, my good friends are here. They all went to see Amos. The elephant prepared a game of chess. Amos thought and thought before making a move. "I'm too tired to run races," said Amos to the tortoise. "Let's play hide and seek today." The tortoise hid inside his shell, and Amos hid beneath the covers. Amos yawned. "I could use a nap." The penguin sat quietly, keeping Amos's feet warm. Achoo! Amos awoke with a sneeze. The rhinoceros was ready with a handkerchief. "I'm beginning to feel much better, thank you," said Amos to his friends. He swung his legs out of bed. "Perhaps we'll share a pot of tea." This is the tea set on top of the tortoise. And this is one of my favorite parts. Look at the elephant and the rhinoceros sitting on these little tiny, tiny stools. Amos wound his alarm clock. "It's getting late," he said. "After all, we have a morning bus to catch." So Amos said goodnight to the elephant, and goodnight to the tortoise, and goodnight to the penguin, and goodnight to the rhinoceros, and goodnight to the owl, who, knowing that Amos was afraid of the dark, read a story aloud before turning out the light. The end. And there is Amos and all of his friends curled up together.